Hey there, you're looking kind of cute. Don't forget to subscribe and check out all my other socials. Enjoy. In the busy office, where days felt the same because of all the work, Thursday was different. As the sun started to go down, the bright lights in the room made it look like evening. Workers stayed focused on their tasks. One employee looked determined as they worked on another spreadsheet. Their fingers moved quickly on the keyboard. The sound of typing filled the room. It was a normal part of office life. "Hey, Jorge!" someone called out. Their voice was cheerful and playful. The person had blonde hair that looked bright under the office lights. They smiled widely. "You can't miss our Halloween party. It's the best." "Halloween isn't my thing, Emma." His reply, unwavering in its assertion, didn't even disrupt his methodical scrutiny of the screen. Attention to detail is paramount, after all. But persistence was a mutual trait among this trio. Her green blazer matched her enthusiasm. Even Peterson from accounting goes all out. Peterson wore a name tag that said Error 404, costume not found last year. "That counts," Emma insisted, now fully standing and leaning against the cubicle partition. "Besides, we already have the perfect idea for you." The typing stopped. "Why do I feel like I'm going to regret asking what it is?" Madison and Emma exchanged glances, the kind that meant trouble, the kind that meant they'd been planning something for weeks. "Well," Madison started, trying to suppress a smile, "we thought it would be hilarious if you dressed up as a woman." The office chair spun around slowly. "Excuse me? Hear us out." Emma raised her hands defensively. "It's funny, it's unexpected, and will help you with everything. Madison has this gorgeous pink floral dress that would fit you perfectly." "Absolutely not." "Jorge, please?" Madison pulled out her phone, scrolling through photos. "Look, this is the dress. It's actually really pretty. Vintage style with these delicate roses all over it. Very tasteful." The dress on the screen was admittedly elegant, knee-length with three-quarter sleeves, covered in soft pink roses against a cream background. Nothing garish or over-the-top about it. "I cannot believe you're trying to talk me into this." "It's just for fun!" Emma bounced on her heels. "Besides, you lost the quarterly sales bet, remember? You said you'd do whatever costume we picked." Damn. The bet. 3 months ago, cocky about hitting targets, the wager had seemed harmless. Now it felt like signing a contract with the devil. "Fine." The word came out like pulling teeth. "But I'm not shaving my legs." Madison clapped her hands together. "Deal. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Come to my apartment Saturday afternoon. We'll get you all ready before the party." "Can't wait," came the flat response as the chair spun back to face the computer. But something strange happened in that moment, a tiny flutter of curiosity mixed with the dread. Saturday arrived like an executioner's dawn. The drive to Madison's apartment complex took 20 minutes, each red light an opportunity to turn back. But a bet was a bet, and Jorge Martinez didn't welch on bets. Madison's apartment smelled like vanilla candles and coffee. Emma was already there, sitting cross-legged on the couch with what looked like an entire Sephora store spread across the coffee table. "You came," Madison beamed, wearing jeans and a yellow sweater. "I was worried you'd chicken out." "Thought about it." The admission came with a shrug. "Let's just get this over with." "First things first." Emma stood up, assessing like an artist before a blank canvas. "Shower. Use this." She handed over a pink bottle. "It's moisturizing body wash. Your skin needs to be soft." "This is ridiculous." "This is commitment to the costume. Go on. Bathroom's down the hall." 20 minutes later, emerging in Madison's borrowed bathrobe, purple with tiny stars, the transformation began. They started with the basics. Shaving. Not just the face, but arms too. "I draw the line at legs," came the protest as Emma produced a fresh razor. "Fair enough. You can wear tights." Madison pulled out a package of nude pantyhose. "These'll work perfectly." The process was meticulous. First came the underwear. Thankfully, Madison had thought to buy new ones, still in the package. Simple beige, nothing fancy. Then the pantyhose, which took 3 attempts to get on without tearing. "Point your toes like a ballerina," Emma instructed, kneeling to help. "There you go. See? Not so bad." The dress came next. Slipping it over raised arms, the fabric settled with surprising ease. Madison zipped up the back while Emma adjusted the hemline. The mirror across the room reflected a strange image, familiar features in an unfamiliar context. Now for the fun part. Emma's eyes lit up as she gestured to the makeup collection. Sit. I don't know about this. Trust us. We're practically professionals. Madison was already selecting foundation shades, holding them up to compare. You have great skin, by the way. Very few blemishes. The makeup application took over an hour. Foundation first, blended carefully along the jawline. Concealer under the eyes, hiding the dark circles from late nights at the office. Powder to set everything. Close your eyes. Emma's voice was soft, concentrated. The brush swept across eyelids. First primer, then a neutral brown shade. We're keeping it natural. Nothing too dramatic. Feels dramatic enough, came the mumbled response. Hush, I'm doing your eyeliner. The liquid liner tickled, requiring every ounce of willpower not to flinch. Mascara came next, Emma patiently explaining how to look down while she applied it to the upper lashes. Blink a few times. Good. Now for lipstick. Madison had selected a dusty rose shade, complementing the pink in the dress. She applied it carefully, using a brush for precision. Press your lips together. Perfect. Can I look now? Not yet, both women said in unison. Emma was already working on hair. Madison, where's that wig? What wig? The auburn one from my theater days. Madison disappeared into her bedroom, returning with a shoulder-length wig in a rich reddish-brown shade. I wore this for Steel Magnolias at the community theater. The wig cap went on first, tucking away dark hair. Then the wig itself, Madison adjusting it with practiced hands. She styled it simply, swept to one side, framing the face. Okay. Emma stepped back, admiring their handiwork. You can look now. The walk to the full-length mirror felt like miles. Each step in the borrowed flats, simple black ones Madison had provided, clicked against the hardwood floor. Then, the reflection. The person in the mirror was unexpected. The pink floral dress fit perfectly, cinching at the waist before flowing to just above the knees. The makeup wasn't overdone, subtle and enhancing rather than masking. The auburn hair caught the light from the window, creating subtle red highlights. But it was the eyes that stopped everything. They were the same eyes, but somehow different. Framed by liner and mascara, they looked right. More right than they'd ever looked before. Oh my God, Madison breathed. You look beautiful. Seriously, Emma added, like I'm actually jealous of your cheekbones. Beautiful. The word echoed strangely. Not handsome, not ridiculous, not even funny. Beautiful. Words failed. The reflection moved when movement happened, proved this was real. I don't know what to say. Say you'll knock them dead at the party. Madison checked her watch. Which starts in an hour, so we should go. The drive to the office felt different. Every red light became an opportunity to check the rearview mirror, to confirm the reflection was still there. The autumn sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of pink that matched the dress. You okay? Emma asked from the passenger seat. Madison was driving, having insisted on carpooling. Yeah, just nervous, I guess. You look amazing. Everyone's going to flip. The office parking lot was fuller than usual for a Saturday evening. Cars lined the spaces, and through the glass doors, the lobby decorations were visible. Orange and black streamers, fake cobwebs, paper bats hanging from the ceiling. Ready? Madison killed the engine, turning to look back. As ready as I'll ever be. The walk from the car to the building stretched forever. The flats clicked against the pavement, the dress swished with each step. A breeze caught the auburn wig, sending strands across lipsticked lips. The security guard, Frank, did a double take. Evening, ladies. Here for the party? Hi, Frank, Emma waved. You remember Jorge from accounting? Frank's eyes widened. No way. Jorge, that's you? A nod was all that could be managed. Well, I'll be damned. You look You look real nice. Frank seemed to catch himself. I mean, great costume. Very convincing. The elevator ride to the third floor was silent except for the mechanical hum. Madison held one hand, Emma the other. Their support felt necessary, grounding. The conference room had been transformed. Orange lights string along the walls, a DJ booth in one corner already pumping out music. The snack table groaned under bowls of candy and themed treats. Co-workers milled about in various costumes, vampires, zombies, superheroes, the usual mix. Jorge? The voice belonged to Peterson from accounting, dressed as always in his regular clothes with a joke name tag. This year it read 404 Spooky Not Found. His mouth hung open. Holy shit. Hi, Peterson. He seemed to reboot. You look incredible, like genuinely incredible. Others began to notice. Conversations stopped mid-sentence. David from HR, dressed as a werewolf, nearly dropped his drink. Susan from marketing, sporting witch attire, grabbed her friend's arm and pointed. Is that Jorge? The whispers started, rippling through the crowd like waves. No way. It totally is. Oh my God, she looks gorgeous. She. The pronoun hit like a physical thing. Not mocking, not joking, just natural, like it fit. Emma and Madison flanked protectively, guiding toward the drinks table. Just soda, Emma suggested quietly. You'll want to remember tonight. The red Solo cup filled with Coke became an anchor, something to hold on to as coworkers approached. Each interaction followed a pattern. Shock, recognition, then surprisingly genuine compliments. Jorge, you look absolutely stunning. Carol from payroll, dressed as a cat, seemed genuinely impressed. That dress is gorgeous on you. Thanks. The voice came out softer than usual, pitched slightly higher without conscious thought. Seriously, where did you get it? I need one. Madison jumped in. It's vintage. Found it at this little boutique downtown. The conversations continued, each one chipping away at the initial embarrassment. The compliments felt real, not mocking. Coworkers wanted to know about the makeup, the hair, the whole ensemble. I cannot believe you committed this hard to a costume. Robert from sales shook his head in amazement. He'd come as a lazy Batman, just a t-shirt with the logo. You're making the rest of us look bad. But it didn't feel like just a costume anymore. Standing there, drink in hand, chatting with colleagues while the dress swayed with each gesture. It felt like something else. Something more. Dance with us! Emma grabbed one hand, Madison the other. The DJ was playing something upbeat, the bass thumping through the floor. I don't really dance. Tonight you do. They pulled toward the makeshift dance floor, where others were already moving. Dancing in the dress was different than dancing had ever been before. The fabric moved independently, swirling with each turn. The heels, low as they were, changed the center of balance, made hips sway differently. But it felt good, natural even. Look at you, Madison shouted over the music. You're a natural! The song ended, morphed into another, then another. Time became fluid, measured only in beats and rhythms. The initial self-consciousness melted away, replaced by something new, joy, maybe, or recognition. During a slower song, stepping outside for air seemed necessary. The October night was cool against flushed skin. The parking lot spread out below, lit by street lamps that cast everything in amber. Mind if I join you? David from HR had followed, still in his werewolf costume, but having abandoned the mask. He leaned against the railing, looking out at the view. Great party, he offered. Yeah. You know, I have to say, when Emma and Madison mentioned their plan, I thought it would be a disaster. He turned, expression serious. But you look genuinely happy tonight. Happier than I've seen you in the 2 years you've worked here. Happy? Was that what this feeling was? This lightness, this sense of everything clicking into place? I feel... The sentence hung unfinished. Like yourself? David suggested gently. The words hit home. Like yourself. Not like someone else. Not like a costume or a character. Like yourself. Yeah, maybe. David smiled. Good, that's really good. He pushed off from the railing. I'm heading back in. You coming? In a minute. Alone on the balcony, the reflection in the glass door demanded attention. The auburn hair moved slightly in the breeze. The pink floral dress looked natural now, like it belonged. The makeup had held up well, only the lipstick needing a touch-up, but it was the expression that stood out. The face in the reflection looked peaceful, content, right. The party continued for hours. More dancing, more conversations, more moments of feeling like this was how things should be. When cleanup time came, helping felt natural. Clearing tables, collecting decorations, all while still in the dress and heels. You don't have to help, Carol insisted. You'll get your dress dirty. Your dress? Not the dress, not Madison's dress, your dress. It's fine, I want to help. The drive home was quiet. Madison and Emma seemed to understand that processing was happening, that words would cheapen whatever internal revolution was occurring. Keep the dress, Madison said as she pulled up to the apartment complex. It looks better on you anyway. I can't. Yes, you can. Call it an early Christmas present. She turned in her seat. And Jorge? If you ever want to talk about tonight, about how you're feeling, we're here. The apartment felt different upon return. Everything was the same furniture, same dishes in the sink, same pile of laundry, but the person walking through it had changed. The bathroom mirror revealed smudged makeup, slightly disheveled hair. But underneath, that same sense of rightness persisted. Removing the makeup took time, each cotton pad revealing the familiar face underneath. But even bare-faced, something had shifted. The dress hung in the closet, pink roses cheerful against the darker clothes. The wig sat on the dresser, auburn strands catching the lamplight. Evidence of transformation, of possibility. Sleep came fitfully. Dreams mixed with memories. The swish of the dress, the click of heels. The word she floating through consciousness like a gift. Sunday dawned gray and drizzly. The plan had been to spend the day in pajamas, recovering from the party. But the dress called from the closet. The wig beckoned from the dresser. By noon, the transformation was complete again. The makeup applied with unpracticed but determined hands. The dress zipped up after some contortion. The wig positioned carefully, styled simply. The reflection smiled back. Monday would mean decisions. Conversations with HR, with friends, with family. Monday would mean choosing pronouns and names and futures. But Sunday was for existing in this new space. For walking around the apartment in the dress, feeling fabric brush against pantyhose-covered legs. For practicing with makeup, watching YouTube tutorials on contouring. For sitting at the computer and researching, reading stories of others who'd found themselves in unexpected mirrors. The name came unbidden during one of these searches. Leia. Like the princess, but not because of her. Because the letters felt right on the tongue, because it started with the same letter as the name being left behind. Leia, spoken aloud to the empty apartment, testing it, tasting it. Hi, I'm Leia. Yes, that was it. Emma called Sunday evening. Just checking in. How are you doing? Good. Really good, actually. The voice on the phone sounded different, lighter, more musical. I'm wearing the dress again. Really? Delight colored Emma's tone. That's wonderful. How does it feel? Like I never want to take it off. A pause. Then gently. You know you don't have to, right? Take it off, I mean, metaphorically speaking. The words hung between them, full of possibility and permission. I know, I'm starting to realize that. Good. Madison and I are here for whatever you need, whether that's more clothes, makeup tips, or just someone to talk to. Actually, deep breath. There is something. I've been thinking about a name. Oh? Encouragement radiated through the phone. Leia, I think I want to be called Leia. Leia. Emma tried it out. That's beautiful. It suits you. You think so? Absolutely. Leia it is. After hanging up, the apartment felt less empty. The name echoed off the walls, settled into corners, made itself at home. Leia. Yes. Monday morning arrived with decisions to make. The alarm went off at the usual time, but nothing else felt usual. The closet door stood open, work clothes hanging in neat rows. Slacks, button-downs, ties. But there, at the end, the pink floral dress waited. The shower ran longer than normal. Every step of grooming felt weighted with meaning. Shaving took extra care, face completely smooth, arms too. The body wash smelled like vanilla and possibilities. The underwear drawer yielded boring options. A shopping trip would be necessary, but for now, the basics would do. Pantyhose next, pointed toes sliding in easier this time. Then the dress, zipped up after less struggle than before. The wig settled into place like coming home. Makeup came next. Foundation, concealer, powder, subtle eyeshadow in brown tones, thin line of liner, one coat of mascara, dusty rose lipstick to match the dress. The reflection that stared back was Leia heading to work. The drive felt monumental. Each stoplight was a chance to reconsider, to turn back, to change. But the woman in the rearview mirror looked determined. She looked right. The parking lot was Monday morning busy. Coworkers hurried from cars to building, clutching coffee cups and briefcases. No one paid attention to one more woman in a floral dress walking toward the entrance. Until they did. "Jorge?" Mark from IT stopped dead in his tracks. "What are you... Is this another costume thing?" "No." The word came out firm, certain. "And it's Leia now." "Leia?" He blinked rapidly. "I don't understand." "I'm transgender, Mark. This is who I am." The words hung in the morning air, irretrievable and honest. Mark's mouth opened, closed, opened again. "Oh, okay. You look nice?" "Thanks." The lobby was next. Frank, the security guard, did another double take, but this one came with a slow smile. "Morning, miss. Looking lovely today." "Morning, Frank?" The elevator ride up felt like ascending to a new life. Each floor that passed was a level of the old self being shed. By the time the doors opened on the third floor, only Leia remained. The accounting department buzzed with Monday morning energy. Phones rang, keyboards clattered, the coffee maker gurgled its caffeinated promises. Peterson looked up from his desk, did a cartoon-worthy double-take. "Jorge? From the party?" "Leia, actually, and yes." "This isn't a joke?" "No joke. This is me." He leaned back in his chair, processing. Then, unexpectedly, he smiled. "Well, all right then. That spreadsheet still needs to be done by noon, though." "Already on it." The morning progressed in waves of reaction. Some coworkers stared, some whispered, but more than expected simply adjusted. Carol from payroll complimented the dress again. Susan from marketing asked about lipstick brands. David from HR appeared around 10:30. "Could I see you in my office for a moment?" The walk to HR felt like heading to the principal's office, but David's expression was kind as he closed the door, gesturing to a chair. "So, Leia?" "Yes." "I want to make sure we handle this properly. Do you have preferred pronouns?" "She and her." The words came easier than expected. "Excellent." He made notes on a pad. "We'll need to update your email, nameplate, all official documents. I can start that process today if you'd like." "That would be..." "Yes, please. Consider it done." He looked up, expression serious but warm. "I also want you to know that our company has strong anti-discrimination policies. If anyone gives you trouble, you come straight to me." "Thank you." "No thanks needed. We support our employees being their authentic selves." He smiled. "Welcome to the team, Leia." The walk back to accounting felt lighter. The nameplate reading Jorge Martinez looked foreign now, like artifacts from another life. But that would change. Everything would change. Emma and Madison ambushed at lunch, dragging to their usual table in the cafeteria. "We heard!" Madison practically bounced in her seat. "Everyone's talking about it." "Good talking or bad talking?" "Mostly good," Emma assured. "Some confusion, but that's natural. How are you feeling?" "Terrified, exhilarated, like I'm flying and falling at the same time." "That sounds about right." Madison reached across the table, squeezing manicured hands. "We're so proud of you." I couldn't have done this without you both. Sure you could have, Emma disagreed. Maybe not with such a cute dress, though. The afternoon brought more adjustments. An IT tech arrived to update the computer login. A new nameplate appeared as if by magic. Leia Martinez in crisp black letters. Small changes that felt seismic. By 5 o'clock, exhaustion weighed heavy. The emotional labor of coming out, of explaining, of existing in this new space had taken its toll. But it was good exhaustion, like after a workout. Want to grab dinner? Emma offered as they packed up. Celebrate your first day? Rain check? I think I need to go home and process. Of course, but this weekend we're going shopping. You need a wardrobe. The drive home was quiet, processing the day. Some reactions had hurt. The whispers, the stares, the few coworkers who suddenly had urgent business elsewhere when she approached. But more had been supportive. More had simply accepted this new reality and moved on. The apartment welcomed with its emptiness. The dress came off carefully, hung with reverence in the closet. The wig returned to its place on the dresser. Makeup removed with gentle thoroughness. But even in pajamas, hair short and face bare, the mirror showed Leia. She was there in the eyes, in the set of the shoulders, in the small smile that wouldn't quite go away. The week progressed in a blur of firsts. First time using the women's restroom at work, nerve-wracking but uneventful. First time correcting someone on pronouns, awkward but necessary. First time shopping for work-appropriate women's clothing, overwhelming but exciting. Emma and Madison proved invaluable guides. They knew which stores had the best selection in larger sizes, which salespeople were trans-friendly, which brands ran true to size. The shopping trip on Saturday lasted 6 hours and resulted in a new wardrobe, blouses in jewel tones, pencil skirts in black and navy, 2 more dresses for variety. You need different shoes, Madison insisted, leading toward the shoe department. Flats are fine for now, but you'll want some low heels eventually. I can barely walk in flats. Practice makes perfect. Emma held up a pair of nude pumps with a 2-inch heel. These are super comfortable. I have them in 3 colors. The shoes joined the growing pile. Also added a proper purse, brown leather, professional but stylish, jewelry, simple silver pieces, and more makeup to build a proper collection. This is too much, Leia protested as the total climbed. I can't afford all this. Consider it an investment in your happiness, Emma said firmly. Besides, you've been saving money forever. Time to spend some on yourself. Sunday was spent organizing the new purchases. The male clothes migrated to one side of the closet, then into boxes, then finally into bags for donation. Each shirt folded away felt like shedding old skin. The wigs had multiplied too, the original auburn one, now joined by 2 others in the same color, different styles for variety. Your hair will grow, Madison had assured, but until then, options are good. Monday arrived again, but this time with confidence. The navy pencil skirt fit perfectly, paired with a cream blouse that Madison had insisted on. The auburn wig styled in a low ponytail, makeup more assured after a week of practice. Morning, Leia, Carol called out as she entered the building. The name came naturally now, no hesitation or stumbling. Morning, Carol. The week found its rhythm. Tuesday was the first client meeting as Leia, nervous beforehand, but the clients either didn't notice or didn't care about the change. Wednesday brought the first time someone used the right pronouns without prompting. Thursday was the first day that felt entirely normal. Friday afternoon, David from HR stopped by the desk. Got a minute? The walk to his office was less nerve-wracking this time. He closed the door, but his expression was pleased. I wanted to check in. How's everything going? Good. Really good, actually. I'm glad to hear it. He leaned back in his chair. I also wanted to let you know that I've been fielding some questions from other departments about our transition policies, insurance coverage, that sort of thing. Oh? All positive? He assured quickly. In fact, you've inspired some good conversations about how we can be more inclusive as a company. I'm putting together a proposal for expanded benefits, better training, that sort of thing. I didn't mean to cause trouble. You didn't. You caused progress. His smile was warm. Never apologize for being yourself, Leia. The weekend brought another shopping trip, this time alone. Confidence had grown enough to browse without backup, to try things on without seeking approval. A red dress caught attention, more formal than the pink floral, but still appropriate for work. It fit like it had been tailored specifically for her. Weeks turned to months. The wigs became less necessary as natural hair grew out, aided by vitamins and careful care. The first time going to work without one, auburn hair just brushing the shoulders, felt like another milestone. "Your hair looks gorgeous." Susan from marketing touched it gently. "I love the color. Is it natural?" "Completely natural." The pride in that statement was unmistakable. Hormones started after lengthy consultations with doctors and therapists. The changes came slowly: softer skin, subtle shifts in body shape, emotional adjustments that sometimes caught off guard. Emma and Madison remained steadfast supporters through it all. "Cry if you need to," Madison advised during one particularly emotional lunch break. "It's normal, it's healthy." "I cried at a commercial for paper towels yesterday." "We've all been there," Emma laughed. "Welcome to the club." The legal name change went through on a rainy Tuesday. Standing in the courthouse, holding the official document that said Leia Martinez, tears came despite efforts to stop them. Jorge was officially gone, existed now only in memories and old photos. "How do you feel?" the lawyer asked, packing up her briefcase. "Free." 1 year after the Halloween party, the invitation came again. This year's theme was superheroes, the email announced. Costumes encouraged, but not required. "You have to come," Emma insisted over lunch. "Full circle and all that." "I don't know. Last year was a lot." "Last year was the beginning," Madison corrected. "This year is the celebration." The red dress from months ago still fit perfectly, now paired with black heels that no longer felt precarious. Auburn hair, her own, grown to shoulder length, styled in loose waves, makeup applied with practiced ease. The party was in full swing when arrival happened. The same conference room, the same decorations, mostly, the same faces in new costumes, but everything felt different. "Leia!" Carol waved from across the room, dressed as Wonder Woman. "You look beautiful. Where's your costume?" "This is it. I came as myself." Understanding dawned on Carol's face, followed by a warm smile. "Perfect, absolutely perfect." The night progressed with dancing, laughing, catching up with co-workers who'd become friends. Peterson wearing his predictable joke name tag, 404, superhero not found, raised his drink in a toast. "To Leia," he announced to the nearby group, "for showing us all what real courage looks like." Glasses raised, clinked together. The toast was kind but unnecessary. Courage had nothing to do with it. This was just life now. Real, authentic, complete life. Late in the evening, stepping onto the same balcony where everything had crystallized a year ago. The view hadn't changed, same parking lot, same streetlights, same October sky, but the person looking out at it had transformed entirely. "Mind if I join you?" David, from HR again, this time dressed as Clark Kent. He leaned against the familiar railing, looking out at the view. "I wanted to tell you something," he said after a moment. "Watching your journey this year, seeing how the company has rallied around you. It's been inspiring. Thank you." "No, thank you." He turned to face her directly. "You've made us all better, more aware, more inclusive, more human. That proposal I mentioned? It's been approved. Full trans healthcare coverage, expanded discrimination policies, mandatory sensitivity training. You did that. I just wanted to be myself." "Exactly. And in doing so, you made it easier for the next person to do the same." They stood in comfortable silence, watching cars move in the parking lot below. Inside, the party continued, music thumping through the glass doors. "You know what the best part is?" Leia said eventually. "What's that?" "I'm not in costume. For the first time in my life, I'm not wearing a costume." David smiled. "No, you're not. You're perfect exactly as you are." The party wound down around midnight, helping with cleanup again, but this time in the red dress and heels that felt like a second skin. Emma and Madison pitched in, the three of them working in easy synchronization. Same time next year? Madison asked as they tied up the last garbage bag. Wouldn't miss it. The drive home was peaceful. City lights blurred past the windows. The radio played something soft and forgettable. But the feeling persisted, that sense of rightness, of alignment, of being exactly where and who she was supposed to be. The apartment welcomed with its familiarity. The red dress joined its pink floral sister in the closet, now surrounded by a rainbow of other options. Heels tucked neatly on the shoe rack, built specifically for the growing collection. Makeup removed with care, each step of the routine a small meditation. The mirror showed Leia at the end of the day, tired but content, makeup gone, but beauty remaining. Auburn hair fell in waves past her shoulders, finally long enough to style in different ways. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new moments of affirmation or difficulty. But tonight was for gratitude. For Emma and Madison, who saw possibility before she did. For co-workers who chose acceptance over prejudice. For David and HR who made space for authenticity. For the pink floral dress that started everything, hanging in the closet like a talisman. Most of all, for the moment on that balcony when the reflection in the glass door showed the truth. When she stopped being a word that belonged to others and became a homecoming. The bedroom was dark, sheets cool and welcoming. Tomorrow was Saturday. Maybe brunch with the girls, maybe shopping for winter clothes, maybe just existing in this body that finally felt like home.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other socials if you want more content, early access, behind the scenes, and more. All links down below.